Hey, it's Hunter Ensley from the UT baseball team. You're listening to the No Playbook podcast.
Hey, thanks for checking out the show. It's the podcast where I speak with the outstanding athletes, coaches, and experts from East Tennessee. That's from all levels, too. Pro, college, high school athletes. College baseball season right around the corner, a couple of weeks away, and I'm pretty excited. Longtime listeners of the podcast have heard several Tennessee Vols on the show recently. Tony Vitello, Blake Burke, they were both on the podcast just a couple months ago. But today, I've got Hunter Ensley, outstanding player, real difference maker on the team. So it was a lot of fun getting to talk with him about the Vols 2023 season that ended in Omaha, the College World Series. We also talk a lot about his recruiting experience. Somehow by the end we end up debating SpiderMan versus Batman. But one thing we did talk a lot about is Tennessee outstanding basketball player Dalton Knecht. We actually recorded this episode, Hunter Ensley and I, the night recently when everything was covered in snow here in East Tennessee. Tennessee basketball played Florida that night, and we literally started recording this like moments after the final whistle of that game. I didn't know it at the time, but now we've got Dalton Knecht scheduled. He's going to be at D1 in Knoxville this coming up weekend. So Sunday, February 4th at noon, coming to D1 to play basketball, shoot some hoops, play knockout with kids, sign some autographs, take some pictures. He did the same thing in Chattanooga with us at D1 down there recently. It was so much fun. But I'm going to go ahead and get to Hunter Ensley. Got that coming up for you right after this. Sit tight.
At D1 Training, what we do is in our name. Our D1 athletes become D1 athletes. Whether it's Los Angeles Angels pitcher Ben Joyce, high school soccer national MVP Brindley Murphy, or first-round NFL draft pick Cole Strange, we help all athletes reach their full potential. Five-star training system comes straight from D1 strength and conditioning programs, and D1 has trained over 2,000 professional athletes. Many of them started as young as 7 years old. Check out D1Training.com to learn more about their facilities in Hardin Valley and Sevierville, and coming very soon to Maryville and the Tri-Cities.
Yeah. We timed that perfectly because the Tennessee game just ended.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I was going to turn like the second half on. I wanted to see Knecht, and I mean, what he dropped 39?
I don't know. I didn't see the final, but he had 22 at halftime.
Yeah, I think he had 39.
Wow. It's
Crazy.
It's crazy watching it because I mean, he just gets hot and he just can't miss.
Yeah.
We're actually doing a NIL event with him this weekend.
What do y'all got going on?
So I've got him coming down to the D1 in Chattanooga, and when I was at Dick's House of Sport, we did this a few times with different athletes. So they play knockout with kids and then do the whole meet and greet thing.
Right.
But it's just cool. I mean, as you know, with the events you've done, it's cool for the athletes to get to play with kids, and it makes like a real memory for them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I went to a few. I went to a couple football ones when I was younger. It's a good memory.
Yeah. Who did you get to meet when you were a kid?
Patrick Willis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
from our neighboring county.
Oh, so where is that again?
Well, neighboring, not county, town. He's from Brewston, Tennessee, and I'm from Huntington.
Okay. Now, I forgot the situation. Like I know Fulmer wanted him, and somehow he ended up at Ole Miss.
I don't know the whole situation, but I know he was like 50-50 on Tennessee and Ole Miss, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I went to high school with his cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, Dallas Willis.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But did I see you were born in Alaska? Did you spend any time there?
I was born in Alaska, lived there for 5 years.
Remembered it all?
I remember a few things. A little bit of the people, kind of just more of like the views of, we lived right on the ocean, and then right behind us, 300 yards behind us was the mountains. We were 50 yards from the ocean and 300 yards from the mountains.
Wow. A lot of good fishing.
Yeah, ton of fishing, halibut, salmon, everything.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of snow, uh, I was thinking about something earlier today and I thought, when I think back to my time in college, like I really think some of the absolute most fun nights I ever had were snow days when we would get like snowball fights in the fort. And I saw the video. Were you out there in that football game?
Oh yeah,
Was it in the outfield?
yeah. It was yesterday. We went in, had a little lift, and then it was snowing it. I mean, I don't think any of us, besides the Northerners like Robin from Canada, have seen snow like that in a long time. So we took advantage of it.
Yeah. It's just always so fun. I remember, and I don't know if it's still like this, but anytime it was like, I lived in the fort for most of my time at UT, and like it was almost like two different like battle squads. We'd get this
Right.
enormous snowball fights.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about I don't know building igloos and stuff today. You just don't ever see snow like that. So we kind of wanted to. I got a dog. I've been walking him like crazy. He loves it.
Yeah. It was like a nice crunchy snow today too.
Yeah, like the ice was right on the top,
Yeah.
soft right below.
Good for a sled.
Yeah, it was nice.
Bad
If I
for a
had a
snowman
sled,
though.
I'd get on one.
Yeah, yeah. So talk about I'm always curious like this time of the year, with it being January, um, you're getting really close to the season starting. So what is your baseball schedule these days?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're kind of in that period. School hasn't started yet, so we're pretty limited on what we can do. Basically everything. The only thing we kind of do as a team is get together and lift. Hitters would lift together, pitchers would lift, you know, on their own time or whatever they like to do. But I mean, basically, right now it's just all positional work, a lot of player led stuff. I'm pretty sure tomorrow is technically the first day of being able to like log hours in NCAA. So, I mean, what we've been doing right now, we've just been trying to get, players to bring some, like for me, I'm trying to get the outfielders to get in a group and we'll go take ground balls or fly balls or something like that all hit together. But nothing yet has actually started to where it's team practice, but it's coming soon.
And like Coach Q at least be with you in the weight room?
Yeah, that's the only thing that he's got to do because I mean I think that is like a safety hazard, right? That Q has to be there, and then our trainer's got to be there for the lift.
Yeah. Q's done a lot, I think, with us at D1 in Knoxville, just because, especially during COVID, I think uh, there were some creative weightlifting sessions had to be provided
Right.
just because of some of the rules. So what does the team look like this year? College World Series last year. We're going back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say we're going to go back and win a few more games in Omaha this year, but I mean, yeah, you can tell in the fall. Obviously, it's my fourth year here. Um, we got a good group of guys. Uh, I mean, that if we all get on the same page and all pull on the same side of the rope, we got a pretty special chance at doing something cool that Tennessee baseball's never done before. Talking about maybe winning a national championship or winning, a few more games there this year. But I mean, as far as talent goes, I think we got just as much or more than anybody else in the country. So I mean, we got a lot of talent. We just need to find our groove in the right time.
Yeah. We were talking about Dalton Connect earlier. Of course, always looking for that transfer that's gonna like give a pop. Is Amit gonna be that guy this year?
Yeah, but I mean, also along with Peebles and Bargo, AJ Causey, Sneed. I mean, obviously those are the guys y'all would know, but I mean, we're also getting guys, JUCO guys, Brad Key, Lowry, trying to give everybody love. Alex Pay, forget about him. JUCO guys, we got, I mean, 7 to 10 transfers, and you'll see them all on the field this year. whether or not, they're all starting or not. I mean, but they'll all for sure, help the team in some kind of way.
Oh yeah, it's a long season. We'll get to see him out there at some point. Now, your recruiting, being a Tennessee guy, were you always, looking at the Vols, or were you leaning somewhere else at any point?
I mean, when I moved down from Alaska, I mean, kind of just where I live, it's a Tennessee. It's like a little Tennessee family. Everyone loves Tennessee, and then you got the Alabama fans every here and there. But yeah, I mean, ever since I started watching Tennessee football, I kind of wanted to be I wanted to play for Tennessee. Um, Came to a few camps, actually committed under Dave Serrano. I don't know if a lot of people know that, so I'm one of the old heads. Um, yeah, but I mean, I talked to a few other schools, but I mean, the offer that I really wanted was Tennessee, and if I was to ever get that offer, this is where I was committing.
How quickly did you commit after you got that?
Um, well, Dave offered me my freshman year, me and Blade Tidwell. It was like December. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. It took about 10 minutes. He told me he was going to offer, and then Blade goes in, and Blade walks out, and he said, I committed. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to commit too.
Yeah. Real quick, I did an NIL thing with Blade at Dick's, and I've talked to a few people. Angus Pence.
Yeah.
So he works with us at D1, and he's backed up some weird stories about that dude. Blade did well
Yeah,
in the
no,
dugout.
I mean, if he's got weird ones in the dugout, I mean, I lived with the guy for 2 years. I was his we lived together in the same room freshman year in Stokely. So I got a few stories too,
Yeah.
but might keep those
Uh,
in my back pocket.
right. Yeah, yeah. Just in case one day. Where is he now? Is
Yeah.
he with
He's in AA with the Mets.
got it.
He's
Got it.
doing good. Probably see him in the big leagues this year.
Yeah, yeah. You
Probably
know,
towards the end, if I had to guess.
one of your old teammates, I'm excited to connect with, Evan Russell. He's now in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that dude has got coach written all over him. And so we're gonna grab lunch here in a week or so, and I want to see if I can get him doing some stuff with us down there at D1.
Does he want to join?
Well, I mean, I want to get him doing like baseball clinics.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He'd be a great guy for that.
I just feel like anytime I spend him, I'm like, this guy just, he's such a coach, I think, already.
No, yeah, he was a coach when he was a player.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
and for
Um,
sure be a good guy to run some camps.
yeah, yeah. So you got a big league baseball aspirations, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the dream, get drafted, have another good year and play pro ball. And, if anyone wants to throw me in the outfield on a big league team, I wouldn't turn it down.
Heck yeah. Did you have a team as a kid that you followed?
A little bit. I mean, being from, Alaska, my dad's from Washington. We kind of followed the Mariners around a little bit, Seahawks, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. You ever get
But
back up
moved,
that way?
I've been up that way one time, and it was a year after I left, so like not really that cool.
Okay. Got it.
I want to go back up though.
Yeah. Um, do you do any other NIL things? Obviously we did the thing with Billy and Blake at Dick's not long ago. Is that like a circuit? Are you working it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. I'm not trying to, put all my stress towards NIL deals, right? I mean, yeah, if the little opportunities arise for me, for sure, I like to get out in the community, interact with fans, younger kids, stuff like that. But I mean, I'm obviously not putting all my energy into it, but if the right stuff passes, then I would absolutely love to join whoever.
It's a fun opportunity for sure.
Exactly.
Um, so now something I did with a few other baseball guys I've had on the show is it's a little speed round, asking a couple questions, and they've always been about guys on the team. But um, I believe Evan gave the same thing. Christian Scott, Blake, I think Vitello, when he was on the show, gave the same answer and called you the funniest guy on the team. So because of that, I've got a couple different things for you. I want to know, what is your favorite comedy movie?
I mean, I love the Hangovers. One's awesome, two's awesome, three's awesome. If I had to rank them, I'm going three, Hangover 3, Hangover 1, Hangover 2.
I've never seen 3
Oh yeah, the third one's funny.
because I think I didn't love I loved the first one. Then I saw the second one and I was like, this is kind of played out. And then the third
Yeah,
one, I
second
never.
one was kind of downhill. It was funny, but then they brought it back to the third one.
Okay. Well, I'll look into that. I didn't even know there was one, I think. Do
No, it's awesome.
you follow stand up at all?
A little bit.
You got a favorite guy?
Like Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
I listen to him on a lot of podcasts too.
Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, who's that one guy too? I actually listened to him last year during the season. He's the Italian guy. He's a
Uh
bigger guy.
Joey Diaz?
Joey Diaz. Dude, I would listen to him before bed and I would throw my AirPods in and just listen to him talk and sleep throughout the night while he's talking in my ear.
That's gonna be some crazy dreams though, Hunter.
Dude, he's got a lot of crazy stories, but they're pretty funny.
Yeah. About his time in jail too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I believe all of them,
It's okay.
but
Yeah.
they're funny.
Right, right. I like actually, I don't listen to much Rogan, but Rogan will do an episode every now and then where he's got Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, and Ari Shafir on, and it's the four of
Yeah.
them. And every time they come on, they go through like a case of beer each. And by the end of the episode, it's just so stinking silly that you just can't not howl laughing with them.
You like Rogan?
Uh, when he's interviewing a comedian that I like, I'll listen to it
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
I like his podcast pretty good. Some of them are absolutely boring, but some of them are pretty interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a nerd on that stuff. Like I'll be sitting there in bed just bored, and next thing you know, I'm listening to some guy talk about UFOs.
Yeah. Um, no, it's the kind of thing where I listened to him really early on. I was a podcast guy like when you had to literally put it on an iPod. Um, and I listened to him way back then, and then it started getting more and more where like, because I'm not really an MMA guy, a lot of it's that, and then it's these scientists, and I'm like, sometimes it's
Yeah,
okay, but normally it's just I listen if it's a comedian I like.
no, he's good. I like Dana White. You ever? I mean, do you keep up with like Nelk Boys?
With what?
They're called the Nelk Boys.
No.
Yeah, it's like full. They do a podcast, Full Send. Those guys hang out with like Dana White. They go to all the UFC stuff. They're pretty funny.
Got it. Got it. I'll look into that. But who makes you laugh on the team?
Who makes me laugh on the team?
Yeah.
I mean, if Burke, I mean, me and Burke, we live together now. We cut up all the time. So he's hilarious. We kind of just, get each other's jokes a lot. Um, Last year, Maui, Ahuna,
Yeah.
that guy was just funny, not even trying to be funny. He was just funny. Um, Robin Villeneuve, it might be a little bit of the accent this year. He's Canadian. He speaks French Canadian, and his English is pretty funny. Just how he talks, he's just a hilarious guy. Also with a great personality.
Now, one of the questions I asked the other guys, it might sound a little different, but for whatever reason, I asked who on the team could most easily talk their way out of a speeding ticket.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it almost depends on who you are. or where you're at, right? 3 years ago, I would have said Evan Russell, no matter what. Everyone knows him. I would probably go with Burke. No, no, Drew Beam for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Drew Beam.
Got it.
That guy can
Um,
talk.
I think Blake said Christian Moore. That's who he.
Yeah, he can for sure talk his way out too.
Yeah. So one thing everybody in the podcast gets is tell me one unforgettable sports memory for you, and it could be as a spectator or as an athlete.
First thing that comes to my mind is the super regionals in Hattiesburg, Southern Mass.
You're
I
homered
mean,
then, right?
no, I didn't homer. I homered in Omaha.
Yeah.
Uh, just I don't know, just the. I mean, I can't. You kind of black out, but the last play, Blake catching the line drive, and then everybody, at the moment, it's the coolest thing in the world. You're with all your teammates, dogpiling. Um, everybody's happy, regardless of whether they played or not. Just no circumstances, just good vibes from everybody.
It's
Especially
great.
like the bus ride back, everyone was just happy.
Nice. Hey, I'm seeing my reflection in the video, and I've never actually given any context for this. And somebody called me out recently. They're like, "Why do I see toys?" Just to let you know, I am in my 4-year-old's playroom. He has a playroom off of his bedroom, and there's toys all around me, but the acoustics in this room are outstanding.
Yeah, I
So I
see
kick
the
him out of here.
SpiderMan in the background.
Yeah, no, that's my Spider-Man. No, I
What you
kick
got
him
on
out,
the
and I'm like,
wall?
man, I gotta use your room.
See
There's all kinds of good
some
stuff.
posters.
Oh yeah, these are all like Disney posters.
Yeah,
My wife like used it almost like as a wallpaper. But I'm just like, I'm realizing
posters.
people are gonna start seeing like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, you got planets back there on a bag or
It's
something.
important to learn.
I think you got like a Mickey Mouse. Is that a Mickey Mouse?
Um, Probably. There's a lot of Spider-Man in here though. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Um, yeah, Spider-Man, and we got Omo here, but
I like Elmo.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I've
Um,
never really seen Spider-Man that much, though, just to be honest with you.
I'm actually not a superhero guy, but there is a on Disney Junior. There's a new cartoon. It's like a Spidey and his amazing friends. So it's like a kid show. So
Yeah,
because of that, it's like a gateway. And so he watched that as a little kid, and now he's starting to get into watching the bigger movies. So he's obsessed with Spider-Man.
seems cool.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot worse for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Batman.
Uh, you think Spider-Man's cooler than Batman? I gotta disagree with you on that.
I guess Dark Knight.
That's an outstanding movie.
Yeah, he's good then, but I don't know. I think Spider-Man being able to, shoot webs building to building is pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. It's just not really like a skill that's gonna do you much good in like Lincoln, Nebraska, though.
Yeah, it probably, yeah, no, yeah.
You got to
Well,
be
he
in a
don't
big
need to go
city.
to Lincoln. Yeah, he doesn't need to go to Lincoln. New York City, he's really good.
Right. I mean, just if Spider-Man visits, um, somewhere in middle America, like he's just a dude in a tight
He's
outfit.
he's toast.
Right. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not offering much help.
I think I can take Spider-Man in my hometown.
There you go. Right, right. Time next week. I appreciate you taking the time. I really do.
Absolutely.
Thanks, dude. Have a good one. Go Vols.
Yep. Thank you.